Hi Gemini, and welcome to your September 2018 monthly tarot card reading. I do apologize that this is a little late, but we are here nevertheless, and we're just going to go and jump right in. As usual, I went ahead and picked your universal energy cards off camera, so we're going to go and get to those first. So this is going to represent the universal energy supporting you in the month of September 2018. So we have here the shark energy. Now, the book refers to shark energy as this is the card that comes out when something needs to be addressed, when something is being hidden, when we aren't being true to ourselves, true to our authentic selves. The book suggests that this card comes when when we pretend that nothing is wrong, when we're pretending that everything is fine, even though there's this nagging feeling in the back of our head that something isn't right, something isn't sitting right, that just something feels off. Now, the book suggests that when you're in balance, you will feel mysterious and intriguing and captivating, but out of balance, you will be feeling sneaky and destructive. And to bring yourself into balance, the book also suggests honesty. Now, the reason why I keep referring to the book is because I personally take the shark figure as something completely different. So some of you may resonate with what the shark energy in the book says, and some of you will resonate more with what I have to say. And with that being said, what I think also sort of correlates with what the book says. So for me, sharks are one of the most misunderstood figures in the animal kingdom. They're seen as this treacherous and scary and horrific animal that wants to prey on everything and wants to eat your babies when they're in the ocean swimming, which couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, there have been horror movies like Jaws created around this menacing shark figure, but I mean, in truth, in actuality, you know, the shark is just by nature a predator. The shark goes after what they want, but the shark is also misunderstood because, you know, sharks actually don't really want to eat humans, but they mistake humans and, you know, especially surfers for animals that they usually hunt in the wilderness, or in the ocean, I should say. So again, sharks are one of the most misunderstood figures. So for me, this could be a matter of perhaps you are misunderstood, I should say, Gemini, and perhaps you need to step into your true self and you need to start being authentic to who you are, so people know that this is you and there is no misunderstanding needed. So that's what I'm getting from this shark energy card. And I had one more thing to say about it, but it did swim away from my mind, so we'll see if it wants to come back. But in life, we have here your hidden realm card, and in life we all go through cycles and seasons and different things. So this hidden realm card will illuminate what cycle you may be going through within the month of September 2018, Gemini. And we have the prison wife. So the prison wife is all about self-sabotage, poverty, and poverty consciousness. And this is number 31. And since it is upright, this card comes to us as an ally. So this card comes to point out that our own thoughts are self-sabotaging our lives. We are self-sabotaging our lives. This feeling of entrapment is only coming because of our thoughts that sound like I can't do this, or I will never, or I don't deserve, etc., etc., etc. So this card comes to pull you out of that perspective and remind you that your thoughts are creating your reality. So if you're constantly thinking negative things about your life, about people around you, you are drawing in more negativity. And if you feel entrapped in your life, it is just because there is entrapment in your mind. But the prison wife is telling you that because you are the one who put yourself in the cage, you very much have the key to come out of it. So These are the universal energies for you, Gemini, in the month of September. You may be feeling entrapped, but you have to remember that it is all a matter of mind over matter, and once again, just being authentic to your true self, being you, so that there is no misunderstanding and so that people don't paint you in a light that you don't want to be painted in. It's about being 100% you, standing up for what you believe in and standing into your power, stepping into your power, into your authentic self, so that people can't go around making stories for yourself. If you are passive and in the background and letting people decide for you, then people will paint you as a villain. And with this prison wife card especially, you may be letting people do that because you may feel a sense of entrapment. But just know that you have the key to let yourself out. So with September, with Virgo season, Virgo does mark the transition from summer into autumn. And on the southern hemisphere, it's going to be spring, I believe. And with that being said, we're going to be taking a look at our harvest, or for some of you, for what is growing. So I'm going to be picking 4 cards, and we're going to see what is harvesting for you, Gemini, in the month of September 2018. This will all be looked at in a positive light, and if it is a quote-unquote negative card, we are going to be looking at it as something you have successfully accomplished, okay? So again, we're going to pick 4 cards. Oops, I did drop a huge chunk of the deck, so I'm not going to count this because I know when it resonates and when cards fall out and it is meant to be, and I know when it's just me having really tiny hands. So we're going to try this one more time. Okay, we have the 2 of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands, and then we have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so Gemini, 2 of Swords. You are successfully going to be this month, either you're already feeling it now or you will be feeling it eventually, but you are taking off the blindfolds. You are seeing past the illusion of reality, seeing past the veil. Excuse me, that was a hiccup. Seeing past the veil, and you are successfully taking off the blindfolds and stepping out of this defensive state. So this means to me that you are becoming more intuitive, you are becoming more aware of what is going on around you, and you are just overall being more aware of your reality. And again, it's with this prison wife card, it's realizing that there is no need to be defensive, there's no need to be entrapped. You know, by taking off the veil, by taking off your blindfolds, and by freeing yourself, you will realize that you are very much a master in your own reality and a creator, a co-creator in this lifetime. So that is one of the many rewards coming for you. And we have the Queen of Swords here. So with the Queen of Swords, it's like this beautiful transition from this 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, successfully taking off the blindfolds and lowering your guard. This could also be for some of you opening yourself up to the more emotional depths, opening yourself up to family, to friends, to love, okay? And then we quickly move into this Queen of Sword energy. So this is the divine feminine of the air element. So this is a very nurturing feeling. This is a very soothing and intuitive, a very healing energy. This is you having your mind your mind is a weapon and a tool. Your mind is very much your friend, your helper. It's just this intuition, this clarity. It's this being able to make objective decisions. It's being able to look at life for what it is and being able to laugh at it all. Realizing that, you know, we're almost as if we're in a game and this is just all for fun, and we're just multi-dimensional, infinite consciousness having a human experience, and you'll see humor in life and in everything. And then we have here the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is delivering you with this fast-paced energy. He is rewarding you. He's giving you messages of opportunity, of adventure, of luck. It's messages, and it's also this spark of ambition, this spark of hope, and this spark of motivation. It's you finally getting up off of your feet and taking charge and just going for it. And Gemini, for you, I feel very much that this Knight of Wands character is very much you and your own development this month. You kind of just deciding, you know, no longer am I going to be painted in a light that I do not want to be painted in, and no longer am I going to be a prisoner in my own mind. It's you taking charge, and it's you leaping forward, and, you know, against all odds, you just running through life and experiencing it the way you want to. And then we have the Two of Pentacles here. So this is no longer will you ever feel like you need to balance between head and heart. It will feel like everything just sort of finally starts clicking into place and things are making sense. You are going with the flow. You are going with intuitive guidance. You are really being guided, and you are really moving with the universal wisdom and universal guidance. It's like you no longer have to worry if what you're doing is right. You no longer have to worry about working from your head or working from your heart too much, just because you are going to be guided in a way that kind of balances you in both. So you will no longer be feeling like you are juggling these things, okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and pick some cards, and we're going to look at your personal strengths and or weaknesses in the month of September. So it's whatever wants to come out, strength or weakness. It's what wants to be illuminated and wants you to know. So this could be an inner power that you perhaps did not know you have, and it could also be a hidden flaw that you may need to be brought into light so that you can address it in a sense. So let's see, Gemini's strength and weaknesses. Okay, we have Five of Fire. I believe this card also came out for Aquarius, and it honestly has come out for almost every sign as well. So we have the Five of Fire, and as I will say, and as I've been saying, this Five of Fire card is the card of resistance. It's the card of nothing you want manifesting. It's the card of feeling like nothing is going your way. It's the card of feeling like everyone and their grandmother is out to get you. So, with that being said, this card is showing up in your personal spot, in your personal zone. So, what that means to me is that Gemini, this resistance is very much in your mind once again, and it's the idea, it goes so well. It's the idea of the prison wife. Okay, it's this idea that your negative thoughts, any thought actually, is creating your reality. So if you're constantly being met with resistance, it's because your thoughts are of a resisting nature. So it's like, I don't want this to happen, or I don't want this or that, or I hope this doesn't happen, or, you know, etc., etc. When your thoughts should be, if you want to be in flow with the universe, I trust and believe that God, or that the universe, is supporting me and leading me to my divine guidance and leading me to my highest form of abundance. I trust and believe that I am where I need to be. I am in this present moment, and I am creating my future now, etc., etc., etc. So because this 5 of Fire is in your personal spot, Gemini, this is a place of power. It means you really have the ability to turn things around. You really have the ability to just, you know, snap and shift into the mindset that you want, and then you can create a whole paradigm shift. As you think, so is your reality going to be, as within, so without. So we're going to go and pick a card for your environment. We're going to see how people are treating you, what situations or things are going to be coming up. And we have the Queen of Air that came right out. And we'll pick one more just to get a bit more information, but that is already a synchronicity coming through. We had the Queen of Swords here and the Queen of Air. These are both the same card, just in a different suit. So it says objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, and seeing the humor in the situation. So again, being able to laugh at the world and see that, you know, in reality, this is just all a game, and you are the player, and you can play the game any way you want. And we have the 2 of Air. Oh my goodness. Gemini. This is the same card again. So we have the 2 of Air. Being unwilling, or unable and unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. And that's kind of what the shark energy said in the book, pretending there's no problem. But as we've seen with this 2 of Air, this is quickly going to become overcome, and this is your reward. So this stalemate that you may be feeling in your environment throughout September, just remember, we have a huge synchronicity. It's showing up in your rewards. So it means that you are quickly overcoming it. And now also in your environment, we have another reward card coming right in again, Queen of Air. So if that isn't synchronistic enough, I don't know what is. But the rewards are just be reiterated in your environment. So that just means to me that the world around you, your environment that you are manifesting this month, is going to be very beneficial and very fruitful. And because this is a synchronicity, it's very major, very, very important, very potent, if you will. It's definitely going to be a life changer, and you may not feel it or see it, but definitely on an energetic and on a subconscious level. And for some of you, it could very much have to do with the moons this month, the Virgo new moon and the Aries full moon. So I'm going to pick an overall message card for you, Aries, for the month of September. Okay, and we have the moon. Important psychic insight, events behind the scenes, and release fears that hold you back. Yes, so again, speaking on your intuition, okay? Listening to your gut, listening to your inner voice. And if some of you are into meditating, really meditating, connecting with source, connecting with the universe, connecting with your higher self to get those messages, to get those signs, to get that communication. Really, really important this month. Events behind the scenes. So like I said, you may not be feeling everything that happens here, but it is going to be happening on a subconscious level. And then we have release fears that hold you back. So whatever is stopping you from being this Knight of Wands, being this person who moves forward, relentless, and doesn't care what anyone else says, release those fears. Really let yourself go. Not let yourself go, but I mean, let yourself go forward, not let yourself go as in overeat and let yourself go. No, let yourself go as in move forward. Let yourself be the person you want to be. Let yourself become your authentic self so that you are no longer being painted in a negative light, so that you are no longer being trapped by your thoughts. Really allow yourself to move forward. Release the fears. Why? Because the universe is supporting you. We have the synchronicities right here to show it that yes, these rewards are coming for you. I mean, once again, your rewards reiterated themselves in your environment. So this is just a sign, a confirmation that yes, these things are coming for you and manifesting in your life. So, Gemini, thank you so much for joining me here today. If you like this video, please leave me a like, a comment, maybe even subscribe. But if not, completely okay. And I will see you next time. Bye!